And what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you new, my name is Kale. I am an endgame player with 4 accounts in the endgame. Today we are on my second highest account, which is Vermithor, and we're kind of looking at the Mystic Raid section and just kind of, I guess maybe an issue I've been running into without the full Bifrost team. So currently, Dogbert actually has a pretty good video on handling the Mystic section without the full Bifrost team. However, in my own personal trying these nodes, I haven't really been able to get kind of similar results. So I've kind of modified things a little bit and just kind of in theory crafting a little bit in my head, and what I've been running into, my main problem is Vahl without the full Bifrost team is lacking a little bit of focus, as well as with the lower stars. And kind of what I was running into in the nodes is I wasn't able to land the exposed. And until Sylvie comes out and Sylvie's on the team, with Sylvie you're getting, I think it's an extra 60 or 65%, so an extra 65% focus, and by that point, Vahl should have some more stars, and I don't think landing the exposed will be as much of a problem. But what I was running into personally is Vahl was not getting the exposed, and because of this, Vahl was a lot more likely to die, especially in the second node. So, kind of in taking that modified Dogbert team. So the Dogbert team is basically, this right here, and you basically sub out Morgan Le Fay in the second node for Spider Weaver, and that's kind of how you deal with the gambits. That wasn't working for me very much, and I think, again, it's a nature of Vahl not landing their exposed. So what I did was I switched Vahl over to a skirmisher. Vahl currently is a blue 4 skirmisher. I also have them set up as a blue 4 striker for when the rest of Bifrost comes out. But I figured, essentially, no time like a live video to test to see whether or not that this actually works better than Vahl as a pure striker. Because, I mean, honestly, what I was running into wasn't necessarily a lack of damage. It was more Vahl actually dying. So, let's see. We'll go in with the special there. We landed the exposed, which is great. So now what we're going to start doing is we are going to start targeting the Spider Weaver, kind of a combination. One, we don't want Spider Weaver alive any longer than she needs to be, but secondly, because she has that exposed now, that's going to be feeding Vahl not only turn meter but also energy. And part of the only problem really to Vahl's kit is they have very long cooldowns, and essentially the way you mitigate that is by attacking the enemies that do have exposed. So we got rid of Spider Weaver. Let's see, let's go ahead and get the exposed over here. Let's see if it lands on Xerxes. And even with a defense up, that landed the exposed. So far, I like the way this is going. Let's go back into Xerxes and make sure we are targeting her, giving Vahl some more turn meter. And let's go in with the ultimate over here and just kind of get some of these folk off the field. And so, even with Vahl as a skirmisher, they are still managing some really nice damage. We'll go in here with the ultimate just to basically get that taunt off of Bishop, and we do get the double tap because whoever was over there was basically almost dead. We'll go in now with the ultimate with Xerxes and just kind of reduce the turn meter a little further. Let's go ahead and target over here. We'll get the ability blocks on the Nakia. And we are now going to go into Ghost Rider over here. And I'm going to kind of start saving cooldowns. So let's go ahead and do the basic there. We landed the exposed on Shang-Chi, which is great. So again, targeting into Shang-Chi and the character that has exposed. Let's go ahead and get rid of Ghost Rider over here. Okay, and that got rid of Bishop. I'm going to go after this Nakia, because that one does not have an ability block. And let's go ahead and get rid of Shang-Chi. He doesn't have an ability block either. Boom, got rid of him there. And yeah, this is going way smoother than with Vahl as a striker. So I'm definitely liking this better. This node in particular isn't the harder one. I think more the problem lies in with the second node. So I really do like that we are landing these exposed, and that is really, like, Vahl is going quite regularly here, which I really do like. Okay, and we'll finish off the Nakia, and we are ready for the next node. So that definitely went way smoother than it's been historically going. So I'm going to try now the second node, which is the second node was where I was running kind of into more RNG issues. So again, I've modified the Dogbert team. So the Dogbert team is this one right here, with Vahl and Spiderweaver. And what I actually like better for this node is I actually take out Deathpool, and I like Morgan Le Fay here. And I think Morgan Le Fay just allows for more control. So yeah, let's go into this and see how this node goes. This one was definitely the one I was running into more RNG issues, and I'm really kind of curious to see how this is going to go with Vahl as a skirmisher. And yeah, let's get into it. So Vahl is actually going first here, which I don't think normally happens, but let's go in with the special. We managed to get an exposed on Absorbing Man over here. Now, I am going to ability block one of the gambits, and that's just to basically mitigate some of the pings that Vahl is currently getting. And now, let's kind of go in normally. So, actually, let's reset turn meter real quick. We'll start off with the turn meter reset, and then let's go in and basically just get the disrupt on Miss Marvel, so she's not going to be taunting over here. And now we are going to start working on the Gambit, and we're going to go after the stunned one first, just because. And since we're doing AoE attacks, I'm not focusing on the moment on the character that has exposed, but let's go ahead and get the defense up, as well as some deflex. Again, that should get the attack from an exposed character. And we've almost got the first gambit down. We'll go ahead and reset some more turn meter over here. And yeah, this is going way better than this has previously been. I am going to go ahead and ability block Deathlock over here, because Deathlock does have that special that is unavoidable. And again, doing that AoE into Deathlock, we kind of are multi-targeting. So let's go ahead and finish off the Gambit over here. And we actually finished off the Deathlock from the exposed mechanic, which is pretty cool. We are stuck behind a taunt behind Bishop, so we will go ahead and go there. Stuck behind a taunt behind Absorbing Man as well. Let's go ahead and get another exposed out there. And we've almost gotten rid of the other Gambit. Let's go ahead and finish Gambit over here just to be on the safe side. And now we're going to kind of keep going after an exposed target. So currently the only exposed one we have is Absorbing Man. Okay, let's go ahead and actually stun this Deathlock, so we get some charges going again. And let's see. Alright, Morgan Le Fay should be going. We should be able to survive that okay. Again, I'm going to go back into targeting an exposed character, and just to kind of get Vahl a little healthier. Okay, and let's see. Does this... Let's go after Cap Sam. This is an AoE, so we will get some exposed damage there. And Vahl is still doing a really good amount of damage as a skirmisher. And yeah, for me, you know, this seems to be less RNG dependent. things just seem to be going much better. I'm going to go ahead and stun Squirrel Girl over here, just so one Squirrel Girl maybe can't heal. And we did manage to get another exposed out, so I'm going to actually target this Deathlock. It should hit Squirrel Girl and still get the exposed from Vahl. Let's go ahead and get some more charges going. And yeah, so this is... I am digging this. I think Skirmisher on Vahl might be the way to go, at least until the full team comes out. When the full team is out, I don't think you're going to be running into issues of, you know, focus and resistance, and it looks like we did just freeze there for a second. Hopefully we come back. Bear with me just a second, y'all. That would really suck if this crashes, because that was going really, really well. Alright, there we go. So we did lose, obviously, a lot of time there. So we're going to be a little pressed now to finish this. Okay, what do we got left? Let's go ahead and turn me to rewind. That should, there we go. And yeah, we're going to save cooldowns now for the boss fight. And I'm probably going to just buy some energy real quick, just because I want to see, like, how this goes for the boss node. But honestly, I mean, that went way better than it's gone with me having Vahl as a striker. You know, really needing to land those exposeds, or being exposed, it's definitely making a difference. Now, is my team super healthy? No, like my Spider Weaver is a little damaged, so let's go ahead and heal her up real quick, and let's see how the boss node goes. I didn't bring in Death Pool here. That is an option. I think that is what Dogbert does, and they basically use Death Pool's ultimate on actually the Icarus. But let's see how we do. We basically need to be able to survive this opening salvo, and unfortunately there, Vahl got targeted. So let's go ahead and retreat, and we'll do maybe one more attack and see how we can do RNG-wise. It actually might be better, because I think Death Pool, if I'm not mistaken, Death Pool gives speed to Mystic allies, so this actually might be the better way to go. Let's see how this goes and see if we have either different RNG or just some slightly different turn meter. Obviously, we are dealing with a Kang, which does, you know, give their side of the field kind of a higher turn bar. But let's see. Yep, Vahl got one-shotted there again. We will do one more and see if we are able to survive it. This might be a nature of Vahl just kind of being targeted, and yeah, so let's go in one more time, see what happens. If not, I am at least satisfied that they were able to clear the first two nodes much less RNG dependent than I feel like it's been, and I was definitely seeing a lot more exposed. Yeah, kind of just bad luck. The glutton in me. We're going to do one more. And I'm just going to actually move Vahl over to where Icarus is, and let's see if we have just like slightly... I don't know why they're targeting Xerxes so much over there. So let's see if Vahl on this side, or if just the AI is out to get Vahl, and yeah. So let's see if this makes a difference. Really, I just want to see if they can kind of survive that opening salvo from the enemy. And yeah, I don't know why they are just after Vahl over here. So a little bad on that end. Essentially kind of what you maybe might as an option. You know, obviously it is a bit more core intensive, but if you are able to, you know, maybe get rid of the Kang over here, you could kind of go in and 2-tap this, might be an option. So let's see if we're able to at least kind of get Kang down a little bit. And then kind of what would be an option, you know, most people for the Mystic section, you are going to have a lane partner, so you might actually be able to kind of go in and 2-tap this. We did get an ability block over there, and because of the traumas, you know, they weren't able to take them off. So let's see if we're at least able to get rid of Kang, and then, you know, a teammate of mine essentially would be able to kind of come in here and do a second attempt. So let's see. Obviously, this is not showcasing Vahl by any means, but you know, this node is, I think, doable in a 2-tap format. So Kang did just do his ultimate there. We got rid of Kang there. So now, at least with my experience with this node would be a much easier cleanup if someone was coming in behind me. And what I'm kind of doing here is I'm actually saving Icarus's ult for when the Mr. Negative drops in, because when Mr. Negative drops in, he actually drops in and he'll basically almost instant summon one of his ads. And with the ads, you can actually go ahead and do Icarus's ultimate, and then you basically get that guaranteed 2-tap from Icarus. But let's see, even without Vahl, if we are able to kind of at least put ourselves in a good position for this node. So you see the ad came in just in time for Mr. Negative dropped in, so just in time for Icarus to do a 2-tap. And we'll go in and now focus on the Mr. Negative over here. And I'll actually work on the Psylocke, because this Psylocke will basically be throwing everything back at me as well. So kind of, we got two options. We can either try to kill her, or get the ability block over here from Namor onto her, which we did. We did just lose Cersei as well, so while this is obviously not a clean one-tap of this node, it is at least a, you know, it would be an easy cleanup for someone to come in behind me and basically finish this node out. Kind of what I'm doing is I'm also saving Deathpool's ultimate over here for when the Icarus drops. And that basically is a, you know, quick, easy kill into Icarus. Okay, so there we go, and hopefully Icarus will drop, and we can kind of finish off where we are, if we're able to. If our Deathpool is able to stay alive long enough, which that's the bigger... Yeah, we just lost our Deathpool. So yeah, not the cleanest, obviously. One-tap attempt for me on this node anyway, just because of some bad RNG. I think part of it too is my Vahl is only level 90, so I think taking Vahl to level 95 will definitely help things, and my Vahl is currently only 1 star, so that's the other thing. So I'm just going to basically quit out of here, or basically get killed. But this would be a really easy, I think, 2-tap for someone. So, what I do want to say is I definitely think Vahl as a skirmisher, if you are using the hybrid team until the full Bifrost team comes out, I think definitely makes these nodes way more viable. So, little controversial, I think, putting Vahl as a skirmisher for the time being, but I think that's kind of what skirmisher is designed for. You know, when your character doesn't have the focus to land certain abilities, and with Exposed being such a big dynamic of how Vahl works, you are definitely going to, I think, possibly want to think about placing Vahl as a skirmisher. So hopefully you did find this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Hope you are having a good week, and I will see you next time.